And hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Good to have you here. Paul Trani here, going to dive into sort of like animating AI with some tips, tricks, tools, stuff like that. Using Firefly. So, this is going to be a lot of fun. Feel free to say hello in chat. We can talk about other tools. I'm mainly going to be working in Firefly, some After Effects, Runway.ML, just to give you a heads up. But I want to hear about tools you might be using. So give me a second and make sure I'm coming in loud and clear and all of that. I'm also going to switch my screen here in a second. So let's switch this over. The audio is really low. So sorry about that. Let's turn that up some. Check, check, check. Sounding a little bit better at this point. Sounding better. Sounding better. Just checking on that. And maybe I was being quiet. Audio was very low. Well, I don't know. Let's take a look here. Oh, I see. I see. There we go. And we are back. Thank you for that. This should be much better. I don't know how that got dropped, but hey. Tell me if we're good. As I say, banana stand. There's always money in the banana stand. Does that sound good? All right. Now I'm a little hot. But okay, cool. Let's get this party started. I'm going to switch over really fast. And here I am. Hello. Hi, people. So here I am in Firefly, just so you know. Ooh, bananas. You not like bananas? Come on now. Penny Doodles, what's up? Annika, PJ, Gareth, what's up? I'm just happy to be with you guys today and just here to have some fun. So hopefully you guys are into it. You're into bright colors and all that fun stuff. I'm already going to start out with a prompt. Uh, with this lovely prompt, and I think it's going to be interesting just first off to test to see the difference between the prompt I get today versus the prompt I got a couple months ago. So we just need a background first off. So, yes. Dang it. Check, check. Can you guys? Uh, so sorry. I do not know what happened with all my audio levels. They all got dropped, but that should be better. Thank you so much for bearing with me, and I'm keeping track of the levels as well. And happy Thursday, everyone. Greetings from Mexico. There we go. Now we can get started. Okay, welcome everyone. Let's do this. Let's just go ahead and click generate because I'm going to make a massive skull stone statue full of ruins on a new dawn, hyper realistic, detailed on a mountain top. Let's just see what we get. And yes, thank you for just some of the audio levels got jacked up, but I'm here now. You guys are here now. We're looking great. We got our coffee. I got peppermint. I'm ready to rock this. And yeah, this is what we get. So I kind of wanted to compare that to a couple months ago, just as a random test. Here's what I had from a couple months ago. Same prompt. We'll take a look from March. So I'm just kind of comparing the quality. So look at the sun. Not so good, but overall not bad. And here's like the new, sort of the updated version or new version. Let's make sure we're going with that widescreen, and we'll generate this again, and we'll see this happen. So we're just having some fun, people. Patrick's in the house. Hello, Patrick. So cool. We're getting some cool things, as you can see. Yeah, so this is going to serve as our background. I'll go ahead and download this. There's our image. And I can try some other ones of these. And if you're unaware, you can always take any one of these that you might like. In fact, I might want to do a wide angle. I'm going to try a wide angle just to give me a little more space. Covered in flowers in a valley. There we go. All right, cool. You guys know how this works. We can play with this stuff all day long. And quite frankly, I need to animate stuff. So there we go. We got a little bit more space now. So this works out well. Download that. And even for an image like this, we can decide to use as a reference image. So this is kind of interesting. If you use, say, this image as a reference image, it's generating now. I'm going to get 4 different versions of this. And then we have whether we want to gear this more toward the reference image or more toward the prompt. Stone in ruins, covered in flowers. And let's get rid of a lot of this. Massive skull statue in flowers. Massive skull stone statue covered in flowers. So I've changed that prompt. I've kind of simplified it. I'm emphasizing flowers. So we've gone from this design to this design. So we'll take this and we're going to download this one. So we're making iterations of this particular image. So we'll do that right here. We'll get rid of wide angle. Let's actually do a close-up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to morph these images together. So that's where we're starting at now. PJ says 60 versions is the limit on a prompt. 60 versions? Is that true? Do you mean I can only make 60 versions of this? Interesting. Right, so it still kind of keeps the same size, or this same as the, but if I twist this more toward the prompt, we're going to see this change a little bit more. So we're stacking our images is what we're going to be doing. In a valley. Wait for it. Oh, okay. So PJ says you've done 60 variations is the limit on a prompt. PJ, what sort of prompt are you doing? That sounds crazy. I'm going to morph this some more. Just generating our images. Oh yeah, I got that peppermint going on. I got the peppermint. Oh yeah, this is more like it. This sort of thing. Download. You get the idea. Gold. Now we're going to make it gold skull in a valley. Changing it some more. We're still keeping this format because I want to kind of have that same positioning. That's why I still have this one. So we're still going to get hints of probably flowers and other things, but now we have our gold version, right? So super cool. Here's our gold version. And actually, let's kind of tab through all these. Ooh, I like this one. We're going to get freaky, and that's okay. You're looking for a grumpy cat guarding a Christmas tree. Maybe what you could do there, PJ, is like break that down into 2 prompts. Do you do the Christmas tree and then just focus on grumpy cat? I don't know, but I'm into it. I'm into whatever you're doing, and I'm liking this as well. So we want a massive... colorful, surreal. You ready for this? Colorful, surreal skull in a valley. Wait for it. We'll just morph a couple of these together. Then we're going to cover this with a bunch of other animated things. And I hope you guys enjoy this because I think this will be great. So there we are. The fun, weirdness of this one, right? Like it. Let's download it. Swirls. Crank this over a little bit more. So we're going to lean more into the prompt. And hopefully it'll give me more of those colors and maybe less of the original format. So we're kind of pushing away from the original prompt and image, right? So here we get this kind of pushing away from it right here. Cool. Let's do that. Let's do take out massive, go more toward the prompt. So we're really going to be losing that initial image. And I'm just removing the word massive. We're going to try to see if we could, I actually don't want close up either. But still cool. I just can't help but download like all of these. I have a problem. So let's change this to wide angle. Yeah, let's put a Salvador Dali mustache on that. Maybe a clock melting on a pole in the background or something. Oh yeah, freakiness, and I love it. Right. Now I'm going to remove this entirely. We'll click generate. We've pretty much gone away from that original image. We're pushing out from this frame. And yeah, melty clocks, baby. We're all AI hoarders to a certain degree. Oh yeah, like that one. There we go. Continue. All right, so we got our images. So I just created a bunch of images. They should be in my downloads folder. All of these gorgeous ones. Let's get rid of all this other content. And let's take a look. Boom, 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 boom. And let's kind of pick some of our top ones now that we have them downloaded. We're going to morph these together. So we could use After Effects. I'm going to use another tool, just FYI. So a lot of these are very similar. So I need to start making some decisions on which ones that I like. For me personally, let's just change this so we can kind of see all of these. We are going to get rid of some of these. Wait for it. Wait for it. Again, start to finish. Get rid of this one. Get rid of this one. Start with this one. Then this one. Then maybe this one. Oh yeah, this one. Then we'll go to this one. Then we'll go to this freaky guy. We'll get rid of that guy. And we'll get rid of these. So I basically put together a storyboard. Let me take a look at this one and this one. These are pretty similar. So there we go. Did it. We now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Boom. All right, we got it. We have all of our frames. Now we're going to morph these together. In order to do that, what I was going to use is I was going to use Runway.ML. So Runway.ML is pretty easy to use. It's not an Adobe product, but it just enables you to create nice animations. So you can generate images, you can generate videos, and we could do frame interpolation. So turn a sequence of images into an animated video. So we'll go ahead and select that. And you could already see that I've done that before. I'm going to select all of these. Drop them in here. And this will, based on AI, it will sort of recognize the skull face from one frame to the next and morph the eye toward the eye, etc. So that's what we want to do. It kind of looks like it put it in the wrong order here. So let me just kind of reshuffle these. We want this one to be last. We want this one. Let's try that. Let's determine how long we want this, because we have about 7 images. So we'll run this for about 20 seconds. Just so we could see the morphing over the course of, more than 2 seconds. We'll click generate, and that's what's happening. It's going to go ahead and make that. So we're making our animation, and we'll see it here in a second. Okay. Looks like it's done. Let's go ahead and click play. We can see it morph into one, into the next. See the horns grow? See it change? Obviously, it just does a great job morphing, and that's what I like. It just really does a good job of like recognizing the frames and morphing accordingly. So I will export this out. You could also regenerate, by the way. We want this to be 1080p because I'm going to also bring this into After Effects. So while that's saving, let's move on to additional elements we're going to add to this. I'm going to go back into firefly.adobe.com. Same situation, text to image. And this is where I'm going to create a bunch of butterflies. Pardon me as I kind of jump in and take a look at exactly what I'm going to do here, because I want to create some of these guys. Here they are. Let's try this. You ready for this? Just stealing a prompt so we don't have to type it up each and every time. It's saved in the file name, which is nice. But I want a realistic large butterfly made of detailed skulls and bones. You guessed it. Hey, you know who's streaming now. It's me. Vibrant colors, bokeh, hyper realistic. A lot of this stuff is actually going to end up just being our selections actually that I selected off to the side when I first made this. All right, so here we are. We've got our colorful butterflies. So this is a realistic large butterfly made of detailed skulls and bones and colorful flowers, highly detailed, right? Colorful, but then all of these prompts like hyper realistic, vibrant color, all that good stuff. So we can kind of take this. I like this one. We'll go ahead and download it, right? Hit click continue. Steampunk butterflies. So, but we could also change this. Made of detailed skulls and bones. We can make detailed metal and pistons and colorful flowers. We'll click generate. Here's even more of a steampunk one, since I saw that you said that, PJ. Yeah, so this is more along the lines of like a steampunk butterfly, which again, I like. So we're making additional elements that we're gonna animate. And actually what we could do is we could do on a neutral background. So we don't need blurry background. Maybe we'll keep it in there, but we want to type in on a neutral background because I actually just need to cut out these butterflies. There we go. Much cleaner. Easy to cut out. Let's download this one. Now let's make a fun. I'm open to options, so feel free. What do you guys want to see? Where do you find the artist that created these paintings? Well, you know, that's all Firefly and the data set that was used to create it. I'm going to do synthwave, vaporwave, and we're going to do detailed colorful swirls and metal. So let's see what we get now. Try our peppermint coffee. It's so delicious. Ooh, this is so pretty. I mean, it's just so cool. But again, this is what I like to do. Like, I'll just sit here and do this, you know, all day long. You know, because I'm really into it. So grab a couple of those. Let's remove the steampunk, and this will be the last one I make. I say that now, but we're going to remove the metal part. Yeah, there we go. Let's add cyberpunk and maximalism. Generate. So getting rid of the metal. Let's get some more colors in there. And sure enough, we have more colors. Like, look at how vibrant and gorgeous. A vibrant download. Yeah, we're going to make them flap. They're going to fly around. It's going to be great. Ooh, this one's nice too. All right, so we did that. We've hopefully downloaded all of our lovely butterflies that are in here now. And, you know, from there, let's open them up. In good old Photoshop. Hello, Jack. How is Jack doing today? Hopefully you're doing well. Okay, so I might be kind of cheating here. But I've already built out this project, so we're gonna fast forward a little bit. But essentially, like, we'll take this monarch wing. So what I already have set up, and disregard how this one looks. Basically, this is what I want to do. I want to take this wing, and I want to replace it with, say, this one, right? Maybe that one's not different enough. Let's go with this one. Let's take this wing. We're just going to use the object selection tool set to lasso, and we'll just jump in here and lasso around that wing as we're doing right now. Sort of copy, paste. There's our wing. Cool. We got our wing right here. We'll trim this up. We'll chop this. Now I'm going to take this, and this is going to be the element that's going to flap. So again, this is actually what I had before, so I kind of apologize because I've already kind of done this, and so this file's kind of already set up a little bit. But this is where I'd position. Just one wing is all I need. But this wing soon becomes the new wing for the monarch butterfly. So this is the monarch wing PNG. So we'll save this. There's our monarch wing. Right? And that's what I did for all of these. So we can take some more of these. Again, I feel like I'm cheating a little bit. Let's grab this one, because this one doesn't look good either. This is an old one. Doesn't look that good. We just made all these gorgeous new ones. So let's replace them with our new images. Oh yeah, this metal one, in fact, let's just see all of them. Here they all are. This one, here we go. So let's get rid of that. Ooh, this one's gorgeous. Here's another way we could do it, is just drag it right in there. Hold on, window, consolidate. And there it is. Bear with me. We can use this new functionality, remove background. Clicking there, sure enough, it does remove the background and gets us like, say, 90% there. But we do need to jump in and clean this up a little bit more. Maybe we'll just use a brush. Why not? Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of this part. So what's going on in everybody's lives? Yeah, I haven't. Yes, Sean, I haven't. You know what I did, Sean? Asking about shortcuts. With this new contextual menu right down here, I needed a shortcut to hide it. So I now have set up a shortcut, Control Option C, just so you see, because it's like it's always here. I just want to be able to hide it immediately. So that kind of took place of my consolidate. So the contextual tab, yeah. So I do need to set that up. But it's right down here. So you could set up a shortcut to hide that. It just replaced one of my other shortcuts, which I still need to kind of jump in and fix. All right, so there that is. There's my other wing. We'll adjust accordingly. Command D. Zoop. Make it bigger. Make it badder. Make it cooler. Like so. Ooh, that even looks good layered on top of the previous one. So the before and then the after. So I think I'm going to keep that underneath because that just kind of adds some depth to it. So again, merge these layers, save it. That is our orange sulfur wing. All right, so we did that for all of these. We have all of our wings. You guys get how that goes. We chopped them up. We can launch into After Effects now and already see things loading in, which, again, I'm cheating. Let's make a new project really fast. Right, we'll grab our lovely video. Where's our video? Ooh, I have not downloaded it yet. Let's go back out there because we were doing this. Go to Assets and let's download this now. Bingo, we have our background. And let's take a look. There it is. It's downloading still. Give it a second. Bingo. We're going to call this skull background. Drag it in here. And then from this, we're going to create a new comp from that selection. Boom, there it is. So we have that morphing on through, which again is just kind of fun. We have that morphing. We're going to start using our butterflies now. So we can do this again from scratch if we want to. Let's get into it. We can take our good old monarch wing, our orange sulfur wing. Hold on. There we are. Our orange sulfur wing. Drag it in here. Here it is. And from here, let's just do a new comp from selection. We can start to make this flap, right? So that would be our goal, is just kind of jumping into After Effects and making this flap. So we want to take this point, move it over here to the edge right there, and start using some of the 3D tools to animate it. Okay, or any of the distortion tools. Which, again, is already done. So let's actually jump in back to our skull, right? I have this morphing. And let's take a look at not that, not that, not this. Butterflies random. And drop our video down at the bottom of this. if I dare. Where is our skull background that we just made? Let's drop that in here. Stretch it out. And then we'll start to pick apart the piece that is already created. We'll push this clear down to the bottom. And then I'm going to show you where to get this because I did not make this piece. There we go. All right, so here we are. We have these individual elements right in here. We have all these butterflies. Let's just take a look at these individual butterfly elements. Let me move this up to the top. Ugh. There we go. Just so we could see some of these elements. But this is all based on a project that I need to find for you guys. Because I actually, I got this online. So that was my next step, is to show you these. Here's all my butterflies. They're all made using 3D. So we could see the 3D adjustments. If we take a look, here's the body of this one flying in. Actually, most of these flying in. I'll select this one. Monarch body. So this has classic 3D turned on. So you could take this object and let's move this over. Take this butterfly and start to move it around. So I'll move it up. You could see it adjusts upward. But I'm using this sort of position, and the other elements are linked to the position of that, the body of the butterfly. So that's what I used. That's a rough crash course in. Let me actually try to find where I want to show you guys this. Yes, we are in After Effects. So let me show you, because honestly, let's just take a look. Butterfly animation, After Effects. Yeah, I don't know where I actually got that particular example. And I kind of need to find it. But nonetheless, I just replaced those parts with my butterflies. And now what we have is we have this. Again, just for fun. The short of it is I'm chopping up that Firefly image, placing it in a sample file that I already have. And now we have this animation of these lovely butterflies flying in this crazy area. So again, that's kind of neat. All right. We are in After Effects. Do it all for the nulls. So yes, you attach the wings to a null and then have that animate out. But there's more I want to do, by the way. Is that okay that we kind of take this a step further after this renders? Let's give it a second. So wait for it. Wait for it to load. Give it a second. It's caching. Give it a second. And then we'll, again, go from there. Maybe even while that's rendering, I could... All of this, how long would all that take? Since I downloaded an After Effects file that had a butterfly in it, I just replaced all the files. The problem I'm having is finding the original file, because I downloaded it so long ago. I feel so bad. It's probably a couple versions back. So it's all based on nulls that are attached. The wings are attached to the body, just on a null. You're rotating the null. It rotates everything else, and everything flies around. So we'll see it here in a second. Let's wait for it. Come on, buddy. Couple more. This is only 7 seconds long, but we have morphing and a lot of blurred motion happening. There we are. So again, welcome to Crazy Town. Let's look at Crazy Town. I don't even know what's going on. Do you? I have no idea. Ryan, hello. How you doing? Yes, you see. Yes, it has been pre-built. Let's tab back on out of this and go back into morphing. Right. So we just stole some of these images. We've animated with them and all. And let's take actually a look at the project. Maybe I'll find it in the project. Okay, this is it. This is it. Now we'll post this to chat. This is creation effects butterflies. This is the file you need. It's $19. So yeah, again, this is honestly a pretty old file, but it just has worked well, and enables me to sort of animate what I want. But let's go back into sort of Firefly and as well as Runway, and do some more morphing and things if that's. It's Martha Stewarted. Steve, what's up? How much is that zany coffee you've been working with? That's a good question. Okay, let's jump back in here. We'll do a couple more things too, because we want to do a morph. And I'll start with an image. I personally think, and I don't know the exact details, but I typically start with an image that is, created on the Firefly website. Maybe it's rather than using Photoshop. So I'll usually kind of use something like this. Use one of these, like this prompt. We'll do a pink ball animal. Oh, that's not what that is. I want to actually create another sort of like morphing technique where we have one image growing into another, and we're going to sort of create more of a growth spurt, if you will. So it's going to start out cute and then it's going to get weird. So that's the goal. So here's a cute, fluffy pink ball animal running through a magical forest. So we will, let's just say in a magical forest. We'll just have it standing there. It's going to start out cute like this. How adorable. Let's download it. Still going to use some morphing, but we're going to use some generative AI in Photoshop. So we've downloaded that. There's our cute little friend. Let's open you up. Let's get rid of some of these other files. And take care of business. All right, I get it. This is not for commercial use. I'm getting rid of that little watermark down there. We're going to extend the canvas. Let's do it. Extend away, because we need more room for this crazy guy to grow. That's going to be nuts. He's just a little guy right there at this point. Did I... Let's do this really fast. I don't want this brown to get in the way. I don't know if it's going to be any trouble, but again, we'll jump in, select this, and we'll do our magical generative fill because we need an area for this little character to grow. So we'll just click generate, and we'll see this happen in a second. No skulls and no turned and turned cute. Yeah, we got a little dark. You know, I did finish the render over here while we're waiting for that. Sort of here's the final little Martha Stewart version of this. There's our morphing in the background. There's our butterflies kind of flying in the foreground. Okay, this file is pasted in chat. You guys should see it there. I used Runway.ML to morph it. Oh, I do this all the time. Look at, I actually forgot to invert it. And that's why I'm glad I have this contextual menu. I can click right here, invert. Now it's selecting the outer side, the outside of the cute animal, because we just need more of a magical forest. That's all we're going for. I was attempting to make a pineapple and then a fruit bowl made of butterflies, but I ran out of time. Here's our cute little creature. So what I was thinking is we take this creature and we're going to have it grow up. And maybe, geez, I want it to be even bigger. But I only have so much time. So let's just go with this. At this point, we're going to go ahead and draw in. We'll actually draw on top. And we're going to see what we get. I think this will be good to do a comparison between Firefly and what we get. So Firefly, the website, and what we get in Photoshop. The same exact prompt. I've drawn a circle. Now I'll go to generative fill and I'll paste this in, and I want a cute, fluffy pink ball animal. Right? But this time maybe we'll change the color because we're going to, maybe it morphs into teal, right? Or purple. Let's go purple, right? It gets a little older, gets a little darker. We'll click generate. And we're just going to see what we get. This is not a big prompt. I'm just wondering about like the quality of the animal. And there we go. He's getting a little bit bigger. So before, after. Let's take a look at these different versions. It does okay. I'm going to be honest with you. Like, I've almost had more success creating things on the Firefly website than I have in Photoshop. So in Photoshop, it does a better job matching your surroundings, but the animal is not, maybe it's not perfect. That's okay. So you know what? You could easily jump in and fix this by doing a cute eye. Uh, 3D. And just click generate. So I would do these one at a time. I would do one eye and then probably duplicate it, flip it on the other side. Oh, that's not a cute eye. It's actually a little freaky, but that's okay. Let's go with it. Command J, jump it, move it over. It's not going to match perfect. Not a problem. What do? This is what I do. Turn that into a smart object. Remove background. Boom. Now it's back where we want it to be. I'll even do here, you know, smart object, remove background. Right now we have the ability to move this around a little easier. Right? So for those eyes, we can kind of nest them closer. It needs to be smiling. So can we do that? First off, let's get rid of this part. So I'm really kind of modifying this character a lot, but all I want to do is get rid of that current sort of frown. And what I should have said is like, give me a smiling animal instead of one that's like scared to death. Because it is scared to death. He's like, what am I doing here? He needs to get bigger. Get bigger, buddy. Okay. Yeah, that's it. That is an issue. So let's take this. Let's do a big smile. This is going to get freaky. Big cute smile 3D. I'll sometimes say 3D so it grabs some of that like 3D content, which will just have a softer look and give it more dimension. That's what I'm going for. Okay, there we go. He's a little happier. Boom. Boom, like that. There we go. Let's take a look at this point. Group it. Boom. So we have 1, 2. Let's make him even bigger. We need a bigger. This time we're going to get a little weird. Large, cute monster, cute teal monster, smiling, made of fur. Teal monster ball. Fur ball. Smiling made of fur. We don't need that last part. Let's see what we get. It's going to get weird, people. Might not be good, but that's okay. Oh, yeah. First one it is. Hey, like I said, it was going to get weird. And lastly, right up here, I'll try to make this fast. Draw out some big... The idea is that this was a cute little fuzzy fur ball that ends up looking like a terror. Not really, but, you know. What creature isn't cute when it's little? So we'll do black and white twisted horns. Kind of where the wild things are is what we're going for. And he could use a hat. Yeah, maybe that will show that he's maybe he's sophisticated. We don't know. But I think the eyes, what's going to make him look even bigger is if I would have made the eyes maybe smaller. Because bigger eyes kind of emote cuteness. So there we have that. Curly, curly, curly. I think I like the first ones. All right, so we did it. Now we're going to output all of these. You ready for this? First one. Where you at, little buddy? This little guy. Group. This will be 1 JPEG. Boom. Next one is... Wait for it. Oh, let's do this. I'm going to blow your mind. Maybe. Putting that in there. This is going to be 2.jpg. Morph into this one. Then I'm just creating stacks on stacks on stacks. Like stacking these up. 3 JPEG. And then the last one is 4.jpg. And we'll put the horns in there. So look what we did. We created this lovely stack. Because I want to output all of these images. Here we are. Can I zoom? There we go. So one JPEG, 2 JPEG, 3 JPEG, 4th JPEG. Saving this to my desktop. Call it monster. And from there, we're going to go to generate image assets. We'll rush to my desktop. Monster. There's the monster assets. And it just knocked out those 4 images. So that's what we want. Ooh, you know what we could use? But this is going to be fun. We're going to be able to modify this all we want. Since I'm kind of running out of time, maybe I will just load this up really fast in here. Generate videos. There's text to video in here. There's all sorts of things. But in this case, let's grab all these, drop them in, morph them together to something fun. But just think about this. Like you can start adding all these elements to this character and just like have it sprout horns, right? Have it grow wings. That was the goal. But again, I only have an hour. So help me out. So there they are. Sure, over 10 seconds, generate. Why not? It'll do its thing. And while that's happening, I'm going to jump in and, you know, that's when you'd start modifying all this stuff. Because right in here, I think he should have some horns, maybe just some smaller horns right here. Just some little baby ones that then morph into the larger ones. So that's what I would do right here. And these are whatever that other prompt was. Twisted, white, and black horns. We're just going to get some little baby horns because they need to morph into the other ones. So that's all we're doing. That's happening. We'll jump back out. Here's our video. We'll click play. Growing up into, and then this last part. See how it kind of comes out of nowhere? That's the part that I'm avoiding. Yeah, exactly, Sean. Yeah, growing wings will be at the when I have 2 minutes left. Okay, so he has the start of some weirdness, but maybe just some little baby guys. Oh yeah, like that. They're just starting out. They're just a little sprout. But yeah, from there, and by request from Sean, he's like, you better give me put some big wings back there. So let's draw those big wings and have those sprout in a second. How's everybody doing, by the way? Like, let me know. Are you guys excited for, is it Eid Mubarak right now? Good to know. Good to know. It's almost July 4th. We have one more day left. Adobe is off all next week. So we have next week off. I'm going down to Cancun, and I'm gonna get my open water certification for scuba diving. So that's gonna be a lot of fun. What color shall we make these wings? Shall they be white and boring, or fluffy? Fluffy, colorful, swirled feather wings. Swirled might throw it off, but hey, we'll give it a whirl, see what happens. Go out to our video. We'll just play this again just so we can kind of see what this looks like. And then we want this to be 5 times faster. So, yeah, anybody else been scuba diving? Curious. All right, so there's the wings. There's another. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Oh, that's cool too, huh? Oh, which ones do you guys like? I think I'm gonna go with these. So this will be the 5th one, which again, as I think Sean said, we need to make one more change to this. Adding on, saving it. We have that generative generate assets already running in the background, so that image is already created, and we have all the stuff set up. So I could really just jump up here, add that last image, bingo, right? And then as it loads up, wait for it, hit generate. It's going to go ahead and create it, and we should have this done in time. Bingo, boom. Grow into some weird creature with horns and wings. How cool is that? Isn't that kind of nice? Oh, Sean's heading to Bavaria for his Stein certification. That's great. I'm going to slow down this clip duration by half, and we'll really see it do its thing. And again, I'm just down to my last minute. But luckily, this doesn't take long, so let's just go full screen with this. Click play. Zoop, zoop. Sprout those horns, sprout those wings. Fun, right? You guys get it. So we did some fun animation today, just different ways. Hopefully you're into it. I like creating weird creatures. I like using the word surreal a lot. I'm really into Hieronymus Bosch and Dolly and all them, but with bright colors. Because you know what? It doesn't have to be all dark. But I'll probably upload this to push this out to Twitter today with my other version. But appreciate you guys hanging out with me and everything you guys are and you do for me. So appreciate you guys. Take care and stick around for more live streaming shortly on Adobe Live. So thanks so much, everybody. Bye.